تگونه کم نمونه.
Evening.
Exceptional. Come by in a little while. I should have something for you then.
What the? Oh, you did not just try and run a trace on me. All right, take that. Oh yeah, I hope you backed up that server tonight. Boss is gonna be real pissed when his mom starts getting love letters from porn sites. What? Oh yeah, hold on a sec. Oh my God, are you kidding me? What are you using for security down there at Trash 80? Guys, it's called encryption. This is too easy. I'd let you off the hook, but stupidity always brings out the asshole in me. All right, yeah. Just 1 minute. No, nothing to worry about. Just a harmless email. Not a self-replicating embedded virus or anything. Wow, you really opened it. I can't believe you just opened it. What kind of a freaking idiot just opens it?
Huh? Tango? You came to the wrong place for dance lessons. Yeah, I forgot you're Malkavian, right? You got more than a few bugs in the software, right? Yeah, sorry, but that's a tech problem I can't fix. What? Oh, yeah, sorry. The name's Mitnick. I'm in charge of computer systems, network, security, that kind of thing. You're the new kid, right? LaCroix's boy. Surprised you actually made it down here. I've been following your progress on the cameras. Handled yourself pretty well with all of the creepy crawlers and the sewers. Like a bad sequel to Chad up there. Nothing I could do from here. Those old sewer systems are wired with punch cards and vacuum tubes, built back in the technological dark ages. Sorry, but I don't do analog, newbie. Yeah, he knows why you're here. LaCroix must be pissed. But I hope you're not here looking for some payback. LaCroix knows better than to mess with Gary, sheriff or no sheriff. His room is just down the hall. You'll probably find him there. Or maybe he'll find you. Go ahead. His room is just... Go ahead. What, the Warrens? Not much to tell. Just a bunch of us living down here, trying to stay off the radar. It ain't pretty, but it's home. Gary's the big man on campus. He's running the show. There's more of us than you'd think. They're around. Well, you won't see too many of the brood down here, but they'll be watching you. Go ahead. Me? Like I said, I'm the resident tech head. Keep this place wired to the outside world. Gary wants me to keep it close on the street, and at the same time, I'm supposed to be upgrading the network. Nothing. Forget about it. Like I said, just some network stuff. I'm trying to add a few more network hubs in the city so we're covered in case of emergency. But Gary doesn't want anyone leaving until this whole thing with LaCroix blows over. Which basically leaves my freaking cheese hanging in the wind. Yeah, you do that? Man, that would really help me out. I could hook you up along the way, make it worth your while. I got access to all kinds of goodies. I need a little time to set things up. Technical details. I'll send an email to your haven and tell you what needs to be done. That's all you need to know for now. Me? Before all this, I was a hacker. Good one, too. There wasn't a system I couldn't crack. Telcos, DOD, you name it. One time, I emailed the president all the nuclear missile activation codes. And the FBI was shitting their pants. Well, one day I ran across the system. Totally dark. Unbelievable security. I fried 3 laptops trying to bust it. I worked on it for months. Didn't sleep much at all. I'd almost given up. But I caught a lucky break one night and finally broke in. It was, Nosferatu database. Not even a really important one either. Which was probably the only reason I cracked it. I dug around for a while, got totally freaked out, and I unplugged. 2 hours later, guess who shows up at my door? Gary. And voila, here I am. Are you kidding? I love this shit. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna win any beauty contests, but I wasn't too good looking before anyway. Now I get all the cool new toys, plus I just happen to get to live forever. Not a bad deal if you ask me. Go ahead. Hey, newbie. What do you need? Go ahead. Here's room.
Bitch, I can't believe she got the cover of Glamourella this month. I mean, just look at her. Too fat, big teeth, and her complexion. Does she wash her face with a cheese grater? I mean, like anyone ever knew who Tawny Sessions was before I left the scene. She'd still be a fluff girl at Vivisection, making $10 a stiffy if I was still around. Ugh. What? Oh no, you've got to be kidding! You're a Malkavian? Gary actually lets you guys in here? My day just went from bad to coach class. Tawny Sessions is a wannabe face girl with no talent whatsoever and scabby little knees. Do you know she got Model of the Year? Before I got here, she would have had a hard time making the catalog for Jacques Penet. Oh, right. You probably don't recognize me with this whole Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing I've got going on here. My name is Amalia. Before this neat little makeover, I used to be a model. I was all over the place. TV, magazines, billboards. I mean, I was hot. Super hot. And I knew it, which is why Gary decided to invite me into his freaky little family. Nosferatu have a sixth sense of humor. Sometimes they feel that their victims, namely moi in this particular case, have an overabundance of vanity and need to be taught an important life lesson. Well, I had just won Guy Magazine's The Most Ridiculously Hot Chick in the Known Universe Award, and when I came home after the ceremony, lo and behold, Gary was sitting there on my couch with a martini in his hand. You fill in the blanks. Yeah, the lesson is life is a cold-hearted bitch, so now I get to be one, too. You get that? You need to write it down? What did you say? Nobody talks that way to me. I'm Amalia. Do you hear me? Amalia! What? I want you to get the hell out of here right now and never come back! Out! Get out! Out! Get out! Bitch. I mean, just look at... I mean... What? Tawny Sessions is a wannabe face girl with no talent. Oh, right. Last name? God, that's so blue collar, it makes me want to puke. I don't have a last name. Amalia's a look, an attitude, a state of being. Before the... I don't want to kill her. That's too quick and painless. I want to ruin her name in the business for good. I want to dig up something on her that smells so bad even the tabloids will think twice about printing it. Gary says that everyone has to lay low until this thing with the prince cools down. Until then, I'm stuck here watching the whole world kiss Tawny's big fat ass. I have some wireless cameras that I need you to set up in her apartment. One in her bedroom, one in her bathroom, and one in her kitchen. I'm sure you'll see good places to hide them once you're there. Once the cameras are in place, you'll need to hook them up to the network. Log into her computer using the password Cleopatra. From there, you'll be able to activate the cameras. Who cares? Sex, drugs, bad hygiene. Everyone gets a little dirty when the doors close. Tawny's no different, and probably worse than most. Look, I'll definitely make it worth your while if you do it right. But listen, I don't want her dead. I want her to suffer. Get in and get out without her knowing about it. Understand? You will? Great. Here are the cameras. She lives in Hollywood, an apartment building right across from the Lucky Star Motel. I had someone here dig up a spare key to her apartment for me. Take that, too.
Souls draped in rotten tatters and father dances in the dark.
Bitch. I mean, just look. I mean, like anyone ever knew who Tawny Sessions was before. What? Cleopatra? Hey, that's my password on my... How did you... Whatever. I'm not even gonna ask. The name is Amalia, so I'd appreciate it if you'd use it. Bitch. I mean, just look at her. I mean, like any... What? Tawny said... Oh. Hey, sure, whatever. Bitch. I mean, just look at... Bitch. I mean, just look at her. I mean, like anyone... What? Oh. Cleopatra. Hey, that's my password on my... How did you... Whatever. I'm not even gonna ask. The name is Amalia, so I'd appreciate it if you'd use it. Before this neat little makeover, I used to be a model. I was all over the place. TV, magazines. Nosferatu. Well, I just... Yeah, the left... I don't want to kill her. That's too quick. Gary says that everyone has to lay low and... I have some wireless camera. Once the camera... Who cares? Look, I'll definitely make it worth your while. You will? Great. Here are the cameras. She lives in Hollywood, an apartment building right across from the Lucky Star Motel. I had someone here dig up a spare key to her apartment for me. Take that, too. Sure, whatever. Well, hurry up! If I see her picture on one more magazine cover, I'm gonna start peeling off my own face. Sure, whatever. Nosferatu have a sixth sense of... Well, Yeah, the... Sure, whatever. His room is just down the hall. You might be able to find him in there. Sure. Hey. Hey. Sure, whatever. Well, hurry up. Sure. His room is... Bitch. What? Cleopatra. Before the... Spare me your head shrink bullshit. You've got no idea what I'm going through here. I can't sit here and let the world think she's better than me. I've got to... I don't want to kill her. What did you say? Nobody... Sure. What? Nosferatu have a... Well, Yeah.
By the clack-smack cracking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. I don't remember seeing you on the guest list for the dinner party. We're having a rap party for the Misfits, about 40 years late. Cast and crew only, boss. Maybe I'm in your head. Uh-oh, You might have picked up one of those psychoses so common to new kindred. Maybe I killed the voice in your head, boss. Tell me, the voice in your head, why are you down here? You can trust me, boss. Think carefully. Who are you here for, and why? You lost, boss? I'll show you the cards I've been dealt. But you put yours on the table first. You may be onto something, boss. Or maybe you're still talking to yourself. Insanity isn't given enough credit. The insane know not what they do. Do you? I'm over here, boss. Wait, maybe I'm over here. Or maybe I'm behind you with a hatchet in my hand. Or did you ever stop to think that your fear, if given a voice, would sound like this? I don't know, boss. You tell me. After all, I didn't crash your party. You don't say. Wake up, boss. Who do you think you're dealing with? Why else would LaCroix send you on this snipe hunt? Oh, that's right. I know you work for the prince. Because I like the sound of my own voice. It's not every day we get visitors, boss. I needed to hear it from you. You're a long way from home, and neither the prince nor Isaac nor Nines have any domain down here. Tread carefully. Are you sure, boss? You don't want my image in your subconscious. It's the stuff nightmares are made of. Careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Behind you, boss. Boo! What? You don't recognize me from the pictures? Gorgeous Gary Golden? Don't tell me you missed Pirate Town or Tap Hotel. Little before your time, eh, boss? Well, those days are long past. Nowadays, it's just Gary. Where did it go? That thing seems to get around more than Mae West. Why, might I ask, should I give you that information? Oh, my hero. Had it not been for that damn Shamisi, you'd still be searching under rocks for us. It was hardly a favor, but I know where your prince's prize is. There's very little that doesn't leak down into this place. Tell me, boss, you ever gone up against a Kuei Jin? The Kuei Jin are vampires, but not like kindred. Sometimes known as the vampires of the East. But they ain't kin, boss. They're just someone else that, if you ain't being careful, might give you the final death. Even for old Gary, there ain't much more to tell. You see, I sent an agent, Barabbas, to snoop around Chinatown, do a little hacking, make a few contacts. But he hasn't been calling lately, and it's breaking my heart. Welcome to Undeath, boss. Ain't it a hoot? You up for a little trip to Chinatown? You're in no danger there. Me? Best you don't mention my name there, boss. That's the going rate for my info right now. You get our chum back from Chinatown, I'll give you what you need. Hey, save yourself some time, boss. You've got no bargaining power. I know Prince Priss is breathing down your neck every second you keep him from his prize. Close your mouth, chew on the resentment, and open your ears. The Golden Temple in Chinatown. It's a piss-poor copy of a real place. Looks like it'd be more at home in a theme park. That I saw is where you'll find the leader of the L.A. Kuei Jin. They call her Ming Zhao. Sounds dangerous? No, this ain't a suicide mission, boss. You'll be more of a curiosity than a threat. Talk to Zhao, ask her where my boy is, and get him back. Once he's safe, I'll tell you everything you need to know about the sarcophagus. Not that I know of. It's like the eye of the hurricane right now. Don't make those winds blow, boss. Forget it, boss. It's Chinatown. Not that I know of. It's like the eye of... Let's see what I got. Use your head and your eyes. Chinatown's more liable to off you than 10 Hollywoods. But not if you're smart. Not that I know. Of course. What kind of a monster do you take me for? There is a method to my madness, boss. There's a payphone in Chinatown. I'll call you with the info once Barabbas is safe. Until then, you'll never know where I am. By the clack smack. Maybe. Tell me, the voice in your head. Think carefully. Who are you here for, and why? You lost, boss? I'll show you the cards You may be onto something, boss. Or maybe you're still talking to yourself. Insanity isn't given enough credit. I'm over here, boss. I don't... You don't say. Wake up, boss. You should have got here sooner. That lot's been sold. I like to discuss business face to face. Are you sure, boss? Careful what you wish for. You just might. Behind you, boss. Boo! What? You don't recognize me from the picture? Where Where did it go? That thing seems to get around more than Mae West. Why might I? Oh, is he still calling the shots upstairs? How long do you think that will last? Heard he was furious. Wish I could have been there. Well, I'll be a sport. I know where your prince's prize is. There's very little that doesn't leak down into this place. Tell me, boss, you ever gone up against a Kuei Jin? The Kuei Jin are... Even for a... You up for a little trip to Chinatown? You're in no danger there. The Golden Temple in Chinatown. It's a piss-poor copy. Sounds dangerous? No, this ain't a suicide mission, boss. You'll be more of a curiosity than a threat. Not that I know of. Use your head and your eyes. Chinatown's more liable to offer you than 10 Hollywoods, but not if you're smart. Forget it, boss. It's Chinatown. Not that... Of course. What kind of a monster do you take me for? There is a method to my madness, boss. There's a payphone in Chinatown. I'll call you with the info once Barabbas is safe. Until then, you'll never know where I am.
whatever. Well, hurry up.
How's that whole blood-sucking thing working out for you? Moon comes up.
تگونه کم نمونی
Like what you see? Hey, cutie. Like what you see?
What can I do for you, Slick? Yeah? Hollywood. All right.
Evening. Exceptional. Come by in a little while. I should have something for you then. Certainly.
Need a ride?
What's the hops, bro?
Anything I can do for you tonight? Anything I can do for you? Concerning? Specifically? I don't go down to Chinatown. Nobody who does comes back. Something going on down there with the Kuei Jin I don't understand, nor do I need to. Stay out's the best advice I can give. Concerning? Who exactly? Ah, you're talking about the Kuei Jin. Like you types, but different. Anarchs had just finished fighting him when the Camarilla came to town. Let me give you some advice. Stay out of Chinatown till they raised our flag in those parts. Anything I can do?
Deb's back, and she's got a fresh cup of coffee ready to take it into the AM. In case you didn't know it, you're tuned into the Deb of Night on KTRK. I'm your lovely hostess. Feel free to fantasize about me all you want. But please don't send any more drawings. The lines are all full, so why don't I provide some release? Line 3, you're speaking to me.
Sup, Deb?
And what have you been up to tonight, caller? Wink, wink.
I'm getting I'm messed up, Deb! Woo!
What's the occasion?
It's a weekday.
Touche.
Hey, Deb. Hey, Deb. Hey, Deb.
Yes, General?
Oh, man. I had this amazing idea. You ready for this?
All night.
You know all those problems we've been having in the Mideast?
Yes, those damn Virginians.
Okay. So, I figured this out, right? Okay. So, if we want peace in the Mideast, think about it. What makes people peaceful? Smoking the sensimilla. And what brings people together? Pizza. So, think on this. For, half the cost of one of those, blockbuster bombs, we could, buy enough pizza and enough herb for, everybody over there. And then, bam! Instant best buds, man.
Just say no, dude.
An extra pepperoni. You guys take credit cards?
Moving on. Line 4, what's keeping you up tonight?
Yeah. I'm about to reveal something that I'm putting my life on the line. But the people of this city and this country and this planet, they have the right to know this. Do you understand?
What's the word, Gomez?
This is serious. There are a lot of organizations that would do anything in their power to keep this a secret.
I don't doubt.
Deb, this is really serious now. Can I finish? All right. Everyone knows they've got cameras at every stoplight so that the government can keep tabs on our comings and goings. But did you know that they then sell access to their databases to the Illuminati, who has been using that information to compile a list of the most frequently traveled routes and then opening new locations of their well-known chain of coffee houses in the most profitable locations? And did you also know that they use those funds to suppress fusion and solar power?
It all makes sense now.
Well, the Illuminati, control all the world's energy, and because they monitor all of our energy usage, they can tell who is not watching television, and therefore know who is not receiving the subliminal messages that they send to keep the sheep putting their money in banks and away from their secret headquarters, aka Wyoming.
Amazing. Anything else that you've turned up lately?
As a matter of fact, and again, I shouldn't be talking about this, but I believe it is everybody's right to know that recycling is a myth. All they do with those bottles and cans is collect DNA samples from your saliva so that they can clone you and train your clone to assassinate you and assume your identity should you go poking your nose into the whole global warming business.
Thank you, Gomez. I hate to interrupt this mentally stimulating conversation, but the people who keep me chained to the console at this radio station, in my underwear no less, want you to spend money on this stuff.
Last year, Democratic candidate Michael Redmond bought a sports utility vehicle. 3 months later, there were 2 separate incidences of hit and runs by an unidentified SUV in his area. Is Democratic candidate Michael Redmond to blame? Can you afford to take that chance? Can your children? Vote Republican Senator Robert Thorne, a candidate that has never committed vehicular homicide. Democratic candidate Michael Redmond has never publicly stated his opinion on child pornography. Is it because he's hiding something? Would you want a child pornographer voting on this nation's laws? Would you trust your children's future to someone like that? Vote Republican Senator Robert Thorne, the candidate that is committed to locking up child pornographers. Democratic candidate Michael Redmond recently sued Senator Robert Thorne for accusing Redmond of being a murderous child pornographer. But Redmond had previously said he was against clogging up courts with frivolous lawsuits. Wouldn't this make him a hypocrite? Would you want a hypocrite as your next congressman? Would you want your children to become hypocrites? Vote Republican Senator Robert Thorne, a candidate not accused of being a murderous child pornographer. Preparing for a business sales pitch but don't know how to sell your ideas? Try virtual meeting.
So, if we divert advertising away from expensive television spots and spread it around full-page ads in the leading men's magazines, we can...
That's an idea, but here is what I think we should do.
But I didn't finish.
Yes, that's a good point, but everyone listen to my idea.
But I think...
That's true. However, I don't think that our target market will be willing to accept such a radical approach. Listen to what I have to say on the subject. Are you ready? Good, this is a winner.
And virtual meeting doesn't just help with meetings. It can also prepare you for debating your ideas on the internet.
So, I think if the Democrats are going to have a chance at the office, they are going to have to embrace the more liberal sect of the voter bloc.
Shut up, f***ard.
I majored in political science. I think I know what I'm talking about here.
Laughing out loud, you are so gay.
Virtual meeting, the only meeting preparation device to own.
That was a good idea, which was mine originally, f***ard.
In 1984, a generation of children were introduced to a toy that became an instant classic. 20 years later, that toy is transforming to blend into a whole new environment.
Hey, Bob, right? Mind if I borrow your stapler?
You want staples? Get some of these, Execucon! Nah!
Take control of the noble office bots as they wage-slave their secret war against the evil Execucons.
Hey, I'm gonna be here pretty late. Do you mind if I get a cup of that coffee?
Graphitron transform! Coffee is for closers, office bot!
Collect 30 different corporate robots as they battle for workplace supremacy.
Look out, Optical Mouse Prime, it's Cell Phoner! I've got your number, employees, and you're all getting called in this weekend!
Office bots, transform and clock in.
Deformers!
You live. You die. And sometimes you get brought back to life. This fall.
I'm afraid I can't see too well these days. Do you think you could go to the nearest village and pick me up a loaf of bread?
Bread! Good!
The new horror RPG from Troika Games.
Bread!
Oh, I can tell you where the bakery is, stranger, but before I do, would you mind picking up my little girl from the lake?
You are the monster. Or are you? If you want to enter this bakery, you'll have to defeat me. And this torch! Frankenstein, Breadlust, coming soon to a PC near you.
Game! Good.
Deb's back, and she's got a fresh cup of coffee ready to take it into the AM. In case you didn't know it, you're tuned into the Deb of Night on Kate.
Suspect. Tourists attempting to pay their respects at actress Ginger Swan's grave at the Hollywood Eternal Cemetery were shocked to discover the grave of the former sex symbol had been vandalized. The star was entombed in the Hollywood Eternal Mausoleum after her death in 1964. Nothing was stolen from the crypt, but estimates put the damage at over $1,000. Professor Anders Johansson, the archaeologist responsible for the discovery of the Incarn sarcophagus, issued a brief statement today, imploring the parties responsible for the Incarn sarcophagus's robbery to return the relic, saying that it is a valuable piece of human history that rightfully belongs to the entire world. Johansson went on to add, "This theft is not just from the museum, but from all of mankind." Johansson, a professor of archaeology at the University of Oslo, is in town to speak to his peers about his recent dig in Turkey and coordinate examination of the artifacts found at the Incarn site, including the sarcophagus. Concerned parent groups joined several senators on the step of Capitol Hill to protest the latest wave of violent video games. Senator Limperman called the games pornography and was offended by crude shots taken at him by one recent game. Among the titles the group is trying to get banned from stores are Mangelgarten, Rape and Pillage, and Abe Lincoln Teaches Killing. Protesters say that extended media attention towards exploitive games such as Meth Tycoon promotes parental awareness of their adult content and lessens children's interest in the taboo-themed games. Professor Anders Johansson, the archaeologist responsible for the discovery of the Incarn sarcophagus, issued a brief statement today, imploring the parties responsible for the Incarn sarcophagus's robbery to return the relic, saying that it is a valuable piece of human history that rightfully belongs to the entire world. Johansson went on to add, "This theft is not just from the museum, but from all of mankind." Johansson, a professor of archaeology at the University of Oslo, is in town to speak to his peers about his recent dig in Turkey and coordinate examination of the artifacts found at the Incarn site, including the sarcophagus. Religious tourists have been flocking in droves to the Santa Maria Church in Santiago, Spain, after several pilgrims claim to have seen statues of the Madonna begin crying blood. The site dates back to the period of the Romans and has several reported Weeping Virgin sightings throughout its history. One pilgrim reported that they witnessed blood coming from no less than 6 statues at around sunset, and that the courtyard felt full of sadness. Skeptics have been quick to point out that this phenomena has been debunked, and witnesses are no more credible than those that report UFOs. Professor Anders Johansson, the archaeologist responsible for the discovery of the Incarn sarcophagus, issued a brief statement today, imploring the parties responsible for the Incarn sarcophagus's robbery to return the relic, saying that it is a valuable piece of human history that rightfully belongs to the entire world. Johansson went on to add, This theft is not just from the museum, but from all of mankind. Johansson, a professor of archaeology at the University of Oslo, is in town to speak to his peers about his recent dig in Turkey and coordinate examination of the artifacts found at the Encarn site, including the sarcophagus. Freak sandstorm activity is thought to be responsible for the destruction of 2 Navy fighter jets. The jets were returning from a patrol over the Persian Gulf when they disappeared off of radars. A transcript of a final radio exchange between the pilots mentioned wind conditions picking up and skies becoming so thick with sand that the sun was being blocked. Shortly after this exchange, there was a garbled shout by the co-pilot and finally radio silence. Military officials have dispatched several units to the area to search for the crew and the missing aircraft. The names of the pilots are being withheld until their status can be confirmed. The Southland slasher struck again, this time in downtown Los Angeles. The body of Sean Milton, a former convict that was recently released for good behavior, was found butchered, similarly to the other victims of the serial killer. Police believe there may be a connection between Milton's prison past and the slasher. We'll have a full report on this story later tonight. Simon Milligan, host of local cable show Haunted LA, and his crew are reported missing tonight. The team of the popular supernatural-themed program were filming around downtown Los Angeles, according to the show's producer. But friends and family of the crew started to worry when they failed to return from a night of shooting. No trace has been found yet of the Haunted LA team, and rumors by the show's fans speculate the crew met a supernatural end, though police disagree and have started a sweep of the areas where the crew was filming. Another murder in Hollywood tonight at an adult bookstore. A peep show dancer was killed in the basement of the store, and investigators are still trying to put the pieces together since no one present saw or heard anything. It is unknown at this time what the motives were, but the police are ruling out the Southland slasher as a suspect. Tourists attempting to pay their respects at actress Ginger Swan's grave at the Hollywood Eternal Cemetery were shocked to discover the grave of the former sex symbol had been vandalized. The star was entombed in the Hollywood Eternal Mausoleum after her death in 1964. Nothing was stolen from the crypt, but estimates put the damage at over $1,000. Concerned parent groups joined several... Senator Limperman called the games pornography and was
Bye.